Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to Emperor Jonwayne's Freaky Flicks, featuring me, Emperor Jonwayne Frankenstein, the king of cringe, the host of horrors, the master of misery, and everyone's favorite domineering daddy. That's correct. And of course, joining me is the lovely, necrotic Necrosia, my hideous horror hostess, who's here to help us enjoy the lore of yesteryear. And with that, Necrosia, would you please be so kind as to tell our wonderful audience what we have in store for them today?
Absolutely. Welcome, mortals, to the Shock Vault of Horrors. I am your hostess, Necrosia, and once again the Emperor Jonwayne, and I emerge from the realms of nightmares to share the terrors of years long gone by. We bring you the flickering shadows of old movies and TV programs that still manage to haunt us all these years later. Tonight we're celebrating the birth of horror cinema with a double feature that will shock and astonish you. It's a Frankenstein double feature. First, we travel back over 100 years to 1910 and the dawn of horror films with Thomas Edison's Frankenstein, the silent classic that laid the groundwork for the monster movies we love today. Now back to you, my Emperor.
Yes, that is correct. We are presenting to you a science fiction horror double feature where Dr. Frankenstein will build a creature. Ho 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 ho! Yes. Well, in any case, Thomas Edison produced movies, and he was the first one to produce a Frankenstein movie. Just as last week we presented The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, arguably the first zombie movie where they had an innocent man played by Conrad Voigt, known as Caesar, who was forced into a zombie-like state by the evil mentalist Dr. Caligari, where he was left forever in a dreamlike state where he had no choice but to obey the doctor's orders and go out and kill innocent victims at the evil doctor's behest. And the week before that, we brought to you the first Dracula movie, which, of course, was Nosferatu, where Max Schreck played Count Orlok, also known as Dracula. Well, now we bring to you the first Frankenstein film to terrorize people at the movie theater. Frankenstein, produced by Thomas Edison, who of course is most famous for his great inventions, like the light bulb, the movie recorder and projector, and of course, audio recordings, just to name a few. In fact, the modern world as we know it simply would not exist without him, because he had that much influence on the future of the world with his mad genius, where he, like a true mad scientist, created wonders beyond the wildest imagination of everyone at the time. Well, as we all know, the story of Frankenstein is a story of a madman motivated by pure obsession to create life itself, in spite it being the domains of God. You could say he created the first artificial intelligence, couldn't you now? So in any case, this mad, driven by obsession, creates a creature that was supposed to be perfect, supposed to be stronger, smarter, and even more beautiful than normal humans. A creature that was supposed to be the next step in human evolution, to replace humans with something better, purer than the humanity that existed. But in his creation, it had an unfortunate result the doctor was not prepared for, where the monster I mean creature, to Dr. Frankenstein looked hideous and scared him. So he rejected the poor, unfortunate soul, which of course made the monster despair, feel alone, and eventually drove it to the point of madness for the overwhelming need for death and destruction, which could have been avoided if the doctor, like a good parent, would have raised his child with love and care, in spite the fact that it didn't look exactly how he wanted it to. But that, of course, is from the novel. Not every movie follows that trope exactly, but most of them do. In any case, no more spoilers. It's time to go back over 100 years, where the images created by Thomas Edison linger to this day, still haunting us, still beckoning us, still showing us what the tales of terror of Dr. Frankenstein, and as a matter of fact, is movie pioneered special effects in several ways, which we will soon see. So now, roll it! Frankenstein, a liberal adaptation. Frankenstein departs for college. Later, Frankenstein has discovered the mystery of life. Life itself. 2 just before the experiment. Sweetheart, tonight my ambitions will be accomplished. I've discovered the secret of life and death, and in a few hours shall create into life the most perfect human being that the world has yet known. When this marvelous work is accomplished, I shall then return to claim you for my bride. Your devoted Dr. Frankenstein. Human being, the evil in Frankenstein's mind creates a monster. It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! 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 Frankenstein appalled at the sight of his evil creation. Return home. Haunting his creator and jealous of his sweetheart, for the first time, the monster sees himself. On the bridal night, Frankenstein's better nature asserting itself. you had it. I mean, it wasn't very long. And of course, the ending was a little unusual, I suppose, for the monster, being despaired by its appearance, in its own evil intent, decides it can't live any longer, and simply disappears, remaining as a lingering reflection to remind Dr. Frankenstein that he is but a reflection of himself, that his evil was no more than a reflection of the evil in Dr. Frankenstein. Well, Necrosia, it is time to summarize this movie and tell them what we have in store for the next. If you would.
Brilliant. And there you have it, folks. The original Frankenstein, a pioneering work in horror cinema. But as you saw, it was a bit concise. Well, that's what happens when you're a pioneer. But don't worry, we're not leaving you hanging. Next up, we have a more fleshed-out tale of the monster, starring the legendary Lon Chaney Jr. in the iconic role. Get ready for a more terrifying take on the classic tale as we present the Tales of Tomorrow episode, Frankenstein. Now, back to you, my Emperor.
Yes, that is correct. Up next, we have Tales from Tomorrow, an anthology TV series that had science fiction and horror stories brought to the small screen every week. Unfortunately for them, but fortunately for us, eventually it was canceled and it fell into public domain, allowing us to present it to you. And this one is Frankenstein, starring as the creature none other than horror legend Lon Chaney Jr., most famous for playing the Wolfman. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Lon Chaney Jr. is the only man to play all four of the great Universal horror monsters. That's correct. Of course, we all know of him playing the Wolfman. And then he played Frankenstein as well when Boris Karloff decided he wasn't going to play it anymore. And Bela Lugosi couldn't play it because he was going to play Igor. So, instead, Lon Chaney Jr. played him. He also played the Mummy after they did a remake from the original Boris Karloff version. And in Son of Dracula, he played Alucard, who claimed to be the son of Dracula, but was heavily implied that he was Dracula himself. Of course, it should be noted that the name Alucard is most famous for the British-inspired anime Hellsing, where Dracula calls himself Alucard and works with the vampire hunters to destroy other vampires all across the world. Well, in any case, I suppose we went on enough. It is time now to watch our hero Lon Chaney Jr. play the monster in the Tales from Tomorrow's Frankenstein.
Of a science created monster, we present Frankenstein, starring Lon Chaney, with John Newland and Mary Alice Moore.
All right, very well, have your laugh. You asked me to describe my idea of a perfect human being, and I tried.
But, Victor, darling, what you've described, and you're so serious about it. The perfect human being should be a giant in size, strong as a gorilla, disease-proof, durable, and quick to learn. Oh, it's so impossible.
It is not impossible, and I didn't say should be. I said will be.
Oh, does that word make a difference?
It probably does. You know, even when Victor Frankenstein was a student of mine, he was brilliant. And since then, he's shown amazing talent, originality, daring.
Thank you, Doc.
But above all, he's always said what he meant. Now tell me, Victor, what did you mean when you said will be?
I think medical science is ready to make an artificial human being. And he may as well be better equipped for life than we are, no? Since you find this so amusing, Elizabeth, what's your idea of a perfect man?
You, darling.
I think Victor's cousin is trying to answer that question for
Now,
you.
there's a perfect man.
Oh, see how he walks.
Well, we must be going, Elizabeth. You've given us a delightful evening, but we have to catch that train back to Geneva.
Please don't rush. Matthew will row you back to the mainland. Will you be coming again soon?
Very soon, darling. We'll let you know. Oh, this old castle. Only you would select such a place in the middle of a lake. What was your reason? To get away from me? You can't, you know.
Well, Victor's always liked a quiet place to work.
Is that the reason?
That, and it's picturesque.
And?
Elizabeth, you sound as if you thought Victor was concealing something.
Well, he's buried himself in this remote place. You can't leave it without a rowboat. Might almost be a prison.
Many of these old castles were. Once. Please, darling, finish your brandy.
Oh, my dear. You sound as if you thought Victor was holding someone here for ransom.
Oh, no. But he won't tell us what he's been experimenting with. You said yourself how talented and original Victor is. Perhaps he has been making an artificial man. He's been so preoccupied lately.
Elizabeth. Oh, Victor, I know. She's getting back at you with a little joke of her own.
Why do you think I'm joking, Father?
Because Victor is a good scientist. He knows where to draw the line between what can be done and what is impossible. But come, we must be on our way.
Not sure Victor's talent has any such limits.
Thank you, darling.
What's that?
That's William playing with my recorder. William, please shut it off.
We've been recording our laughter. Why?
I've been recording various emotions for some work I'm doing.
For your artificial man?
No, please, no more of that, my dear. You'll be having me thinking that way, too. And you shouldn't, really. In this 16th century castle, it's too spooky. Come on, let's hurry. I wouldn't want to spend the night here.
I hope you're not that anxious to leave. Are you?
No, of course not. Take care of yourself, darling. You don't look well. I've been worried about you. Good night, William. Good night.
The idea of a man being a creator. Well, I have created you. I've made you stronger than 10 men. You're indestructible. And now I shall give you life. Now I shall give you life. Now. Not yet. We're out to sea.
Yet. Not yet.
Come. Enough for one day. Come. We mustn't tire you. We mustn't tire you too quickly. Sit here and rest. Sit. Rest. You must stay secured here for a few days. There's a great deal for you to learn. The world mustn't see you. Not yet. I'll come back and we'll teach everything you need to know. Everything. Now.
At dinner. Do you think Miss Elizabeth guessed right?
Of course not.
Dr. Frankenstein's a very clever man.
He's not as clever as all that. No one is.
But he's got something locked in that room.
His research equipment. It's very valuable.
But who's to steal it? No one can get to the island without the rowboat, and there's only one boat on the lake. Whatever he's got in that room, it's not just equipment.
See here, Elise, you'll not be nervous or upset. Miss Elizabeth is just a hysterical young woman.
Oh, so you think women are hysterical?
Now, I didn't mean you. You know how smart I think you are.
Oh, you're just saying that to get around me. You think all women have no sense.
It isn't so. Why, how would I get along without you?
That's the you meant.
I do. Now, what good would I be alone?
Stop your nonsense. We have work to do. Let's get our chair back where it belongs. Get the chair.
Easy now. Who are you? What are you?
All right, got it.
We took it away. We go to the mainland and get help and hunt it down. Everything's going to be all
Get
Frankenstein, it's William! William, what happened? What happened to him, Matthew? What is it, William?
He's ugly. He's ugly. He's ugly.
What did I do wrong? What did I overlook? I'm completely responsible, Matthew. Once I swore that I would practice medicine for the good of humanity. I created a being with no thought of what would become of him. No thought of the danger involved. No thought of a tragedy like this. This could all have been prevented. It could have been prevented. I should never have started this. I should never have started it. And now I'll get rid of it. What are you doing? Stop my nose. It'll never happen again. It'll never happen again.
There are some things that are better left undone.
He must be destroyed.
Just because the man
Well, there's no time for that. We must do it ourselves.
Master William.
William. He's alone in his room upstairs. Quickly. Match. My gun. Don't struggle! Don't struggle! He'll crush you! Don't fight! Don't fight! His eyes will be like killed. Don't fight him. Wait. It's I whom you hate. I whom you hate. Whom you like to kill. When you shoot, aim for his chest, Matthew. Aim for his chest. If they didn't, the fault of the water did.
The red side?
200 feet down to that water.
Any side?
No, just the water. He's dead now. It's certain he's at the bottom of the lake. Broken neck. Oh, thank God. This doesn't bring you back Elise, does it? No.
I'm shooting!
Come in here. You mustn't come in here.
I'm coming at the main entrance!
Yes, Matthew, see who that is. Now, it's all right. It's all right.
Professor, the doctor.
Will you please go let them in?
What did you tell them?
I should tell them the whole story. It doesn't make any difference now. It's all over and done.
It's all over. All over now.
I made Father bring me back. I've been so terribly worried about you. We talked of nothing but you all the way here. I had a feeling that something was wrong, that you were in danger.
It's over now, Elizabeth.
What is, darling?
I must tell you. I only pray that you'll understand. Do you remember the last time you were here we talked of my work? Of an artificial man, if it could be done, what it would be like?
Yes?
Well, it was not idle talk, Elizabeth. I created a living, breathing creature.
You created?
Yes. Yes, now you must believe me. I was thinking only of the scientific achievement, of the immensity of it. I was thinking only of the power of creation. Somewhere something went wrong. Something went wrong. Elizabeth, I created a monster. Tonight he tried to kill William, and he did kill Elise. Thank God the danger's past now. He's dead at the bottom of the lake. But I had to tell you.
I'm glad you did.
Matthew just told me. What a terrible experience.
It's past now, Father. Let's not talk about it anymore.
But Victor, the things you must have learned.
I shall never want to speak of it again.
Nonsense. This could be the greatest contribution to science and history. You've no right to keep it to
I had no
yourself.
right to start it. But the experiment could be tried again. Surely he's dead. He's at the bottom of the lake.
Dr. Frankenstein, he's back, I swear.
You're insane. He's dead at the bottom of the lake.
True, he must have fallen on a ledge and climbed in another window.
It's impossible. He's come back.
Where are your guns?
Where are your guns? Bullets won't stop him. I've done my work too well.
Bullets won't stop
We
him.
have know the power and danger of this thing. It's evil and vicious. Now its only thought is to kill. There's only one thing we can do now. Electricity gave him life. Perhaps it will take it away again. William, you have to help us, will you?
Yes, Victor.
You must be very brave. You and Elizabeth must try to lure him to my laboratory.
But Victor, this small boy.
The monster has the mind of a child. It's direct and very slow. Now, you must be very brave. You must not know we're trying to trick him. Now, listen, you play or sing or do whatever you like, but he must not know we're trying to trick him. Your father and Matthew and I will wait in the laboratory. Make your way there. He should. I won't have it. There's nothing else to do. If we don't destroy him, we'll all be killed anyway.
Victor's right, Father. We've got to do it. Are you ready, Willie?
Give us just a few moments. And God bless you. Quickly.
Are you scared, Willie? Well, so am I. But let's not let on, shall we? All right.
Stay back.
I knew this scheme of yours wouldn't work.
We'll give them one more minute.
I'm going down.
Oh, I know. I've got a score to back with him. I shot right out, but he keeps coming, he keeps coming.
Here, hide. There. Stay.
Shelley never actually explained how the monster was created. The idea that he assembled corpses and used electricity was something created by cinema. In the novel itself, the doctor says, "I learned the difference between life and death, and now I know I can create life, but I, for the love of God, won't reveal how it's been done for fear that someone may recreate my experiment." So they never actually explained how it was done. However, it is known that Mary Shelley had a fascination with galvanization, which at her time was where they would use electricity to make corpses jiggle around. And they believed with enough proper applications of electricity, they might even be able to bring one back to life. Perhaps they could have, if they would have continued these experiments. But in any case, it is time for Necrosia to give us her parting thoughts.
Calamity, and there you have it, folks. A double dose of Frankenstein fun. From the silent era to the small screen, we've seen the evolution of horror cinema. Thanks for joining the Emperor and me in the shock vault of horrors, and don't forget to tune in next time for more terror, and more thrills, and more cinematic shock. Please remember to help us out by subscribing and liking our videos. It may not seem like much, but it really helps us out a lot. Unlock a lot of the features on YouTube. We need 1,000 subscriptions, and subscribing is the best way to make sure you can join us in between the realms of horror and reality to relive the flickering images of long-gone movies that still manage to linger on in the darkest parts of our minds and souls, tales that came from their creators' nightmares to entertain us to this very day. Good night, mortals. Sweet dreams. Now back to you, my Emperor.
Ah, there you have it. And one last thing. Feel free, while you're sharing and liking, and of course subscribing, to leave comments telling us what public domain movie or TV episodes you may wish to see next time. We'll be happy to oblige you. Of course, YouTube sometimes thinks that things in public domain are owned by someone else, even though clearly they're not. So, unfortunately, sometimes we can't show everything we want to. Of course, if we do get enough subscribers, we might eventually get enough money, and we might actually be able to get the rights to show things that aren't in public domain, especially if we could get a sponsor, or perhaps a platform to display our wonderful works in shows. And of course, you may have noticed that our technology is a bit crude, to say the least. This is because we have no editor, we have no production crew, we have no sponsors, we have no producers. But if you would like to volunteer, we'd be happy to let you join us. And also, if you happen to be in the Oshkosh, Wisconsin area, and you would like to be my co-host, my innocent victim, someone to watch the movies and react and review them with me, just make sure you let me know. You can put the comments below, or contact me on Facebook or Twitter or X or whatever medium you want. We'd be happy to have you join us in the realms between dreams and nightmares. Until next time, make sure you enjoy the light until we once again visit you in your nightmares.